Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Today we're going to start out with our usual golden saucer stuff. Now I'm starting a little bit late so we won't be able to hit the 3 o'clock gate, but actually might be able to hit the 3:20 gate, but we're not going to count on it. So we're just going to planning on doing fashion report and our mini cactpot tickets and the MGP logs. Once we finish with that, we're going to finish off the last Arkasodara quest, and then we're going to go unlock the Onicrons tribal quests. Let's not dilly-dally too much. Got time to pull up Kai's graphic and see what ridiculous outfit we're making this week. This week is another very surprisingly easy week. I'll be able to use the strife gloves from the veteran rewards, and then we can buy some goatskin leg guards from Walter the Chad himself. Let's see, that's DOW 20 through 29. And I happen to position myself right next to Walter. So let's just walk on over to him and buy the legs. DOW 20 through 29. It was goatskin. Goatskin what? Leg guards. Oh, that's feet, isn't it? Yeah, there they are. Okay, let's head on over to the Adventurers Guild to make the adventure plate we need with the strife gloves. And then that's all, and we'll be able to head on over to the Golden Saucer. I was a little bit late today because one of my FC friends was doing the final day trial, so I wanted to do that with him. I actually wanted to do the dungeon as well, but he did that before I got on. Okay, let's see. Glamour dresser, plates, and I don't need that anymore. And be in the armory. One of the let's see which one. There, strife gloves. It's strife gloves, not Leonhardt, right? Yeah, strife gloves. Save that. Let's head on over there. The Golden Saucer. Let's see. I guess the fastest way would be running over here. Oh, I finished my warrior anima weapon. Now that's the main one I use for my glam now. I liked it better than the Thoradin axe that I had been using. Okay, we can head up to the airship landing. Well, go on over to the Golden Saucer, which I've said 3 times now. Okay, Golden Saucer. Start off with our mini cactpot tickets, see if we can get any good tickets. Probably not, but it's worth a try doing them. I usually end up doing them every day anyway, because I usually end up taking the airship over to Radzatan to do the Hippo tribal quests. So then I end up just stopping by here to do them anyway. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Nope, we got the 1 and we got the 2 and the 3, but not the 1. What about this one? Okay, we can get 1, 2, 3 here, 7, 8, 9 here, but you gotta go big or go home. Well, we got the 1 and the 2, but not the 3. Excuse me, guys, could you, like, swap places? Okay, thanks. Oh, well, we got one more try. Okay, can't be 7, 8, 9, so this is just a dud ticket. Man, no, never lucky. And let's go ahead and equip the leg guards and the glamour plate. Make sure to do that, because I have forgotten to do the glamour plate and to actually get the glam ready. And then I submitted, I'm like, oh, oops. I have to wait for the animation again. Or not animation. The cutscene again. Woo-wee, those boots look good on you, girl. Been saving up a lot of the anima weapon mats, just so if I can eventually just dump them all and get them all done. Because a lot of them look good. And then I'm also very slowly working on Eureka weapons. I actually went to Pyros last night. I got some bunny fates done and some art crystals, so I made some nice gil. Alright, let's go ahead and get these disgusting boots off. But John, you just said that they looked great. I was making a joke. Don't take it seriously. Okay, let's fix the plate. There we go. Alright, let's just throw this away. And then I'll go ahead and let's do the MGP logs because I think we have I think 2 minutes is enough. Then we'll go ahead and do the 320 gate. Let's see, minion square. I need to eventually do the Lord of Vermilion challenges just so I can get that achievement done. I think it gets you a minion. Of course it does, it's Lord of Vermilion. Verminion, not Vermilion. Oh, that's pretty close. Let's see, a little before. Yeah, that's how you do it. Go ahead and double down on this because I feel like it. Nope, not there. Nope, not there either. Must be towards the beginning. Yep, pretty close. Let it bounce back. Oh, nope, looks like it's at the very beginning. Nope, that's got it. Okay, we'll just say no on then. We gotta win 2 more times. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I purposely don't do that. I purposely don't do the Titan because it's just playing too hard to control, and it's not worth the bonus. It's like I'm trying to hit the center here. Okay, that's close. It's just too hard to be precise. He says as he gets it right on. Okay, we gotta win 1 more time. Nope, not there. Is it farther? Yeah, there we go. That's pretty close. Pretty close too. Oh, that might be too far, but yeah, but that worked. Oh, right, that's all we needed. Now the 320 gate just came around. Let's head on over there. Let's see, when did it say? Doesn't, I can't see it. Okay, it doesn't tell me which one it is, so just teleport it. Let's teleport down here first, see where to go. And it looks like a slice is right. I can't wait to lose this again. It's just not any way the wind blows. That's just pure RNG. Well, not completely. There is. You could technically, like, if it does it in one spot, if it does it in a place, I don't know if he can do the same 2 attacks in a row. In which case, you could technically rule out, if you look at all the patterns and see how they overlay over the arena, you could technically find the spot that he's least likely to hit. On top of that, you can also, once you do one of them, once he does one of the attacks, if he can't do that same attack again, then that rules out, then that you can remove that from the overlay of all the possible places he could hit. So technically you could improve your odds, which might be the way that some certain programs do it. I don't know, I've never actually seen it. Man, it's a lonely group right now. Oh yeah, I need to do more Manderville farming. I got 1 win, which is all I wanted. And I got all of the, not Manderville farming, Fall Guys farming. But it's also a good source of MGP. So I might just go ahead and do that. Especially since there's going to be a lot less people doing it. Like, even like the week after it came out, there was like half as many people doing it. At that point, I already gotten all the rewards I wanted, and I almost gotten and I just wanted to get my 1 win. Okay, I really need to clean up my inventory. I did maps earlier today. So I need to clean all this up at some point. These go in 1 retainer. This is junk. Yeah, I think that's just stuff I think I actually have that. Yeah, that goes in different retainer. Anyway, I'll clean them up later. Right now it's time for the slices right. Yo, Jimbo! Hi, Greg. Easy vertical slice. That's good. I thought it was gonna come this way. So I was like trying to be a little bit more careful. So when the dogs come around, I'm gonna just be really, really careful because I've gotten greedy before. He says as he runs over to a MGP pile. Okay, let's just sit here. Got one of them. Oh, he almost got greedy. Okay, that's a vertical and a vertical. This should be safe. Oh, that was way closer than I wanted it to be. It's another vertical. Let's go here. I should be going with the crowd, but... Oh, come on! Oh, okay, I didn't see that one was a circle. Okay. Oh well, never lucky. I mean, that's not a matter of luck, that's me being bad. Oh well. That wraps up our Golden Saucer shenanigans. Let's head on over to Thavnair and take care of the last Arkasodara quest. Go ahead and just take the Radzidhan, the airship to Radzidhan, which you can't do directly from the Golden Saucer. So I'll take the airship to Ul'dah, which is free, and then I'll take it to Radzidhan. Then we'll run outside and I'll teleport to Yedlamon. And I guess I'll do this. Do I have to be level 90 for this? Probably. I'll just do it as warrior then. Oh. Force of habit. When I go to Ul'dah, my habit is to run out there and like go to Ul'dah, not take another airship. Okay. Let's head outside from this Aetheryte. I'll teleport to Yedlamon. There's the blue quest we are gonna do. The Hippo Riders. Go ahead and dismiss my Chocobo. I was using him for maps earlier. Still feels weird to see some of the like elephant people, some of them not wearing clothes and then some of them are. Like just in general, just seeing them not wearing clothes is a little bit weird. Anyway, let's talk to Turna and get started. The Hippo Riders. Despite the peaceful ambience in Savarna, I think I'd eventually learn how to say this. Savarna. Turna's ears flapping nervously. Her eyes dart towards the entrance nearest Yedlamon. Thank you for stopping in, Brilliant. It's always good to see you. Nothing much to report, if you can believe it. Akala and his pals still have their challenges, but we're taking it slow and getting to know each other. They've certainly got their own style that some folks find surprising. But I figure so long as we reach an understanding, somewhere in the middle, we'll keep getting along just fine. Luckily, all of Akala's brothers now have it on good authority that Turna's strong, so they listen to what I've got to say without a fuss. They're a sight to see around supper too. Not even Maru shovels down grub with that much gusto. But they help out with work how they can, so I'm not worried. At least I wish I wasn't. See, I just got word that Kanna's on her way over. Apparently she's got something important to discuss. That's the person that gave them the job in the first place that works at in Yedlamon, I believe. Yeah, okay. I'm sure it ain't bad, but just thinking about it has my knees shaken. Would you mind terribly if I asked you to sit in? I guess so. Be my pleasure. Well, since I'm here. Thanks, Brillian. I can always count on you. She should be here soon. Oh, right. Oh, okay. Wait at the destination. I thought I needed to talk to someone. Turner, thank you for making time to chat. I know you have quite the busy schedule, so I shall get straight to the point. About this land, I believe our terms were that I would lease you this space contingent on your profits, correct? Oh, there is no need to look so terrified. Everyone on the island knows just how hard you and your associates have been working. I had a feeling that you would take well to delivery work, but when I heard that you welcomed a group of Arkasodara into their midst, well, surprised, wouldn't cover the half of it. You have done what no Arkasodara before could, and it is truly remarkable. After we've accomplished so much for your community, who would I be to come here to demand that you return this land? Oh, well, a typical business person would be just like it. Anyway. No, you have no need to worry. Seeing Arkasodara perform honest work before my very eyes. I'd write home about it, but nobody back home would believe me. To tell you the truth, sometimes I can't believe it myself. We may come from different places, but me and Akala and all our people shared a lot of the same pain, and none of us really knew what to do with it. But now look at us, helping others like we've been helped ourselves, and doing a damn fine job of it. Passable, anyway. And that's thanks to you, Brillian, for helping out so much, and our Kakana for believing in us and lending us this space in the first place, and Oku for always being here in a pinch. Maru and Gesa, the rest of my associates, they've all been here with me, though every sort of thing you can imagine. Through every sort of thing you can... Jeez. They've been here with me. Keep having a burp coming up. They've all been here with me, though through every sort of thing you can imagine, and even Akala's been a big part of our journey. It's cause of everyone that we got this chance to see ourselves as something bigger than just misfits. So on behalf of all my writers, I truly thank you, from the bottom of my heart. That doesn't pay the bills. Pony up. I still have the highest hopes for you, Turner. You and your associates are no longer just delivering parcels and people, after all. You're delivering hope and inspiration for all those in this land. Which brings me back to why I've come here today. What could it be? I would like to gift you a deed to this land, Turner. Oh, really? Just giving away land? What a terrible business person. Consider this my investment in a happy, healthy Thavner. Continue building your business into something you feel truly represents the Hippo Riders, and I will feel more than repaid. I believe that the people of Savarna will bring us closer to the brilliant future we all hope for. Make us proud, Turner. Those words mean more to us than you'll ever know. Thank you. I promise you, we ain't gonna let you down. The Hippo Riders, we're gonna deliver everyone straight to a better tomorrow. Now, there's the enthusiasm I love so much. Here's to the better tomorrow, and to seeing it with you. That was nice. There gonna be much more? That was pretty quick. Oh, apparently that's all. Okay, so I can turn and wrap it up. Now that I've got the future of a whole island loaded into my cart, I think it's about time to toss caution to the wind and ride like I never rode before. Haven't you been riding this whole time? I've got so many ideas I want to try. Listen. Listen to this. Once the Narian tourism gets going again, we could do hippo cart tours. Take folks to see all the prettiest places. I've gotten so used to thinking about these sorts of ideas, but if you hadn't said what you did back then, none of us would even be here, you know. What, did you forget? You were the very first person who ever said to me, and my hippo carts could be something useful. Might have been a throwaway comment to you, but to me, to us, it meant everything. That's nice. Would have thought a handful of words would change the hippo riders from misfitting racers to an independent business. Must be your own sort of magic, Brilliant. Well, I do have a bit of a... I do have, some skills in black magic. But we'll be repaying your kindness every day going forward. You can count on that. Oh, you better. I mean, I already got a hippo cart. All I need is the, I think the last thing is just the... I'm not sure if it's the equestrian scroll and the portrait, or if it's just one of them. Oh, well, we'll find out in a second. Alright, enough chit-chat. We've got goods to deliver, mouths to feed, drinks to pour, and most importantly, hippo carts to ride. Reputation has increased to Bloodsworn. Retrieve Bloodsworn, reputation with hippo riders, save experience points upon completion. I'd say bonus? Yeah, okay, so that they're going to be even better than they already are. I'm still, even like, I've had it capped out for the past like 3 days now, but I've still been dumping them in my, I've still been doing them every day, because they still give a good amount of experience. I just wasn't going to get any more rep. Right? No more rep, of course. Yeah. Alright, that finishes up the Arkasodara quest. Let's see what the last item we get. There it is, the Framer Kit and the Orchestrion Scroll. Nice. 2 more collectibles. Alright, that wraps up the Arkasodara quest. That went way faster than I thought it would. Let me go ahead and update the stream text. And then we'll head on over to Ultima Thule. And let's see, yeah, base Omicron. I guess that would be the closest. Yeah, let's do that. Head on over to and start to unlock the Omicron tribal quests. They start from this is the Gathering tribe quest. So I did the. I'll do it in a second. This is the one that we need to do. The cafe at the end of the universe. I forget exactly what the story with this was, but this is the Omicrons are the gathering tribe for Endwalker. So I'm going to go ahead and do it as minor because we did the Kitari quest as botanist. And this quest line continues from the quest line that we started with the Stigma Dreamscape dungeon, optional dungeon, with Jamming Way and N7000 here. I don't exactly remember what it was, but obviously we're going to be setting up a restaurant at the end of the universe. So let's go ahead and talk to Jamming Way and get started. The cafe at the end of the universe. Last Dregs managers, Jamming Way and N7000. I think I was reading as N7000, but that's a little too verbose for right now. Have much to tell you. Welcome, Berlian, to the Last Dregs. At long last, we're open for business, and that's not all. This unit recommends you allow the squeaky life form to elaborate. Please be advised that this recommendation does not extend to other conversations. For one thing, we cleaned the place up since your last visit. That counter is clean enough to eat off of. I'd really prefer not to. we've also recruited additional Omicrons to our cause. They have absolutely not better to do, and are thus stationed here at all hours. Sounds like an OSHA violation to me. I fear their lack of customer service experience may prove an issue, however, so I think it best for our first patrons to be similar to the people of Etheres. You lot have been awfully understanding of our slip-ups with the moon. Yet, minor slip-ups, yeah. Like, making the dwellings 3 times the size they needed to be, you know, minor hiccups. To fulfill that objective, this unit has taken the liberty of ordering the replication of passably intelligent life forms based on a data recovered from the Dead's End. These life forms now exist as tangible simulations, much like this unit itself, allowing them to enjoy cafe services. That isn't the point of a cafe, but okay. Is it just meant for training? I mean, that would be okay if it's just for training, but whatever. If you orient your ocular orbs to the right, you will find Patron 001 and Patron 002 of the Corellinian people. Sure. Oh, let's see what they are. Oh, right. Oh, these, right, from the Dead's End. The people that killed each other. Proud citizen. Prepare to die, traitor! I shall obliterate your hideous helm and your belligerent brain with it. Ideological alignment with the global company is the only way to restore peace, and the utter annihilation of our enemies. You would say that, mongrel. You have long since ceased to see beyond the leash around your neck. Or perhaps it's that tasteless headwear that's cutting off your oxygen to your brain. You and your masters know not of righteousness. The peace you offer is but apathy, self-determination subjected to the pull of the yoke. Pray that you at least know the freedom in death. Guys, do you want a drink? As you can see, it's not going as well as we had hoped. The data indicates that while the Corellians proposed maternally... is it maternally or martially? Oh, there's no N, so it's probably martially. Martially, under the global company, the anti-establishment freedom fighters fought back against its oppressive social conditions, leading to total annihilation of both civilization and star. How lovely. Excuse me. It seems like the both of you want the same thing. To put an end to this conflict and live happily ever after. Also, to murder each other, but that didn't turn out so well for you last time. How about you take a seat and talk this over? That's not gonna work. And yet, it's working? I suppose this will have to do for the time being. For, you see, I have something even more important to show you, with me. Don't we need to stay with these murdering maniacs? I guess we'll follow you, Jamming Way. Like, how do you know they're not just gonna, like, shoot each other under the table or something? Can you see it? Here at the end of the universe, a new star is born. What? I guess. Furthermore, readings confirm that this unidentified star is composed of Dynamis. With the Endsinger gone, Ultima Thule should no longer be doomed to despair. Yet, what kind of star? What civilization could have arisen out of the Dynamis of this place? I shudder to think. That is precisely why this unit recommends eliminating potential threats immediately. The looming specter of a hostile civilization is not conducive to carry out current orders to live. Have you learned nothing from the Calarians? We cannot simply go out annihilating everyone who looks at us Eskins. I've never heard that before. Besides, it would be a shame to waste any potential resources the star has to offer. It's not as if we're rolling in tea leaves around here. Well, that's true. Seems like you're rolling in a lot of nothing. The unit finds the eminently killable life forms' outlook to be intolerably naive. I'll show you entirely killable. What? Eminently killable? You weird-looking fork! That's the best insult I could come up with. Anyway, I propose that, with your help, Berlian, we first investigate this newborn star. There will be plenty of time for annihilating later, should such measures be called for. If both eminently killable life forms insist, you may access the research portal from base Omicron. This unit will accompany you for your own safety. Oh, okay. Seems like a very odd course of action, but okay. Okay, where are we headed? Actually, let's talk to the guys here. Does this place even have a menu? Hot beverages are but an opiate to the masses. You both need to shut up. Okay, let's head on over to the Omicron base. And I forget what we're doing. Speak to N7000. Okay. This content was supposed to take the whole day, not 30 minutes. Of all these brilliant machine-building machines, why didn't we get stuck with the rude one? They're all rude, jamming way. Trust me. Beyond this portal, you will find a research area constructed for the purposes of collecting data on the new star. You may proceed, with caution, to the star from here. Okay. Clear me impressed. By Stigma 4, that is. But, yeah, Stigma 4, that's right. It's the only way that made all this. It's the only one that made all this. Now, look sharp, Forky. Yeah, Forky. Odd-looking fork. Nope, I thought that was jamming way. Well, let's go to the research place. What's this gonna be? Just another zone, or... Let's see, where... Oh, okay, it's just there. Okay. Okay, then we gotta go to the new star. Let's talk to N7000 jamming way first. This unit has already given the order to increase the instruments and material available in A4 research. Potential enemies will not find base Omicron unprepared. You don't need to worry about that, N7000. Apparently, if we wish hard enough, this will teleport us all the way to the new star. How hard is hard enough? I don't know, but I think right-clicking on this will get me there. FTL travel initialized. Calibrating coordinates. There's a whole lot of nothing. Oh, okay, that's the star. If Ultima Thule is governed by sentiment, does this mean this huge thing came straight from someone's heart? Initializing scan of planet's surface and core. Environmental scans inconsistent with data from previously recorded planets. No signs of civilizations detected. This unit can only assume that the star is entirely new. Well, that's really interesting. Okay. Unlike anything seen before. Emergency alert from the last dregs. Beep, boop, boop, beep, blah. Thunk. Ahem. This unit will now transmit directly to Stigma 4 from Stigma 4. Emergency alert. Customer designated Patron 001 and Patron 002 resisting delivery of sustenance. Weapons have been drawn. Please advise. Oh. Resisting? What in the world did you serve them? As proposed by the flea-ridden manager, staff first attempted to provide patrons with locally rendered carrots. They were rejected as not food. Gordona oil and Omicron grease were also rejected, despite databases indicating that these substances fulfill 95% of the criteria for designation as food. Words unsuitable for transmission also issued from the patrons at this time. Tried to give them motor oil. The torrent of verbal abuse activated the Gordona Guardian's moderation filters, causing it to set weapon system to purge. All remaining units have withdrawn behind available cover. Uh-oh, that's not good. Projections indicate a 99.9783% chance of failure should further arbitration be attempted to current staff. Management support requested. And we leave them alone for 5 minutes, and they have the patrons trying to kill everything. I sort of expected this. After all, artificial carrots just aren't right. Where's the fresh and juicy crunch? What? That's not the problem here. Where's this slight aftertaste of dirt? Jamming away, that's not the problem here. Have you ever tried any other food? This may sound far-fetched, but perhaps they don't like carrots? I don't know why anyone would bother pulling other things in their mouth when there are perfectly good carrots lying about. But very well. I suppose we'll need to concoct some sort of nutritious admixture? Kinda? Data indicates that cultivation prospects in Ultima Thule are abysmal. To manufacture ingredients would require a dedicated production plant. Well, let's build one. Given the fate of our aforementioned carrots, that simply will not do. But what of this new star? Could it not be used to cultivate the fresh culinary ingredients we need? Or maybe you should just get Tataru to give you your own island. And then grow your crops there. Ah, I can see it now! Our customers' contentment upon tasting the most delicious and nutritious cuisine they've ever had. The sight should delight me as much as 100 carats of happiness at least. Right, Jamming Way. Oh right, this is made from Dynamis. That's right. Goodness me. Interesting. So basically, if we will something hard enough, we'll be able to make it. Scanning soil, acidity, moisture content, and temperature within acceptable parameters. It's soft under my paws, as if it's simply begging for cultivation. Indeed, analysis indicate that 56.2% of cultivators registered to database during prior conflicts from organic civilizations would be suited to this environment. Did this star grant my wish? I suppose, given the nature of this place, it's not unreasonable to believe that residual energies from Meteon's nest could be coalesced into a new star, nor that said star would be susceptible to emotion as the rest of Dynamis around here. This theory is excessively convenient, but the data does not contradict it. True, but it seems to be the case. Your ability to insult me, even when we're in agreement, never ceases to amaze. Fortunately for you, I have better things to do than bicker with a bucket of bolts right now. Oh, magics of creation, I feel that craving deep within my soul, and grant me endless carrots! That's not gonna work. Perhaps gluttony does not qualify as an emotion. Bugger. Yet my hopes for the cafe do, apparently. Unlike my, however sincere, visions of carrots, specifically, that intangible hope for a potential future took form as a tillable earth, in which case perhaps the joy of as yet realized possibility is the key to success here. Thus shall we call it Elysion, a joyful land where our hopes may come to rest. Is it supposed to be Elysian? Because I know Elysian Fields, but it's spelled different. I'm going to call it Elysian just because I think that's the word that it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that. The mythology at work here remains alien to this unit, but the overexcited organism's speculation has merit. Dynamis has been demonstrated to make the impossible possible. However, the data also shows that it leads itself as easily as to ill as to good. If the beings of Ultima Thule succumb to despair once more, the consequences will be dire. This unit does not even need to run the calculations to be sure. How boring. Oh, boil my carrots! I forgot all about the customers. We must attend to them with all haste, lest they warp the nature of the star. Yeah, probably shouldn't leave the guys with guns alone together. Proceed to A4 research? Yes, let's head on back. Okay, it's up here, right? Yeah, last dregs. Proud citizen and defiant citizen. Do I look like a peacekeeper to you? That metallic taste will haunt me till the day I die. Oh no, they actually had to eat it. Yeah, this is what I get for breaking bread with the freedom fighters. My mouth is still oily. Those poor guys. This unit must admit that its projections were insufficient for having failed to anticipate this outcome. Oh well. Can't win them all. Please, if you would just sit down for a nice calming cup of tea. As if we would fall for your ruse a second time. That food you served us made me long for the days of chewing boot in the trenches. Deeply though it pains me, I must agree. That was the least palatable vegetable I have ever eaten, wartime or no. If I die, my blood is in your hands. Heavens, we can't have that. We wish only to satisfy our customers, to bring them joys that they may never again fall to despair. What dishes would bring you joy, if I might ask? Everything we typically eat, from beans to beef. It's manufactured according to the specifications that I could not begin to guess at. But I would take anything even approaching normal at this point. Perhaps a salad to cleanse the palate of that horrid oil. As long as there are none of those genetically modified logs in it this time. I see. 2 salads with completely organic ingredients coming right up. How soon your poultry gray matter forgets. There is a dearth of produce in this corner of the universe. Even on the new star, seeds will require time to grow unless he wishes it. Oh, surely Beryllian can do something about that. Uh-oh. I was wondering when I'd come into this. You're a miner, are you not? Surely you must have some manner of edible flora around here, inconspicuous though it may be. And I dare say local ingredients are something
Something of a conversation starter. So that could be the next step towards our patrons resolving their, differences. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Couldn't you just grab all this grass out here? Okay, leave it to me.
You need only relax and wait. We'll serve you a delicious dinner.
Reluctantly reviving natural resources database or reviewing.
Bing.
Promising nodes located. Liverworts growing upon stone formations in Riotia area show acceptable nutrient composition. Based on recent analysis of customer culinary preferences, you may wish to aim for a high wort to rock ratio. Yeah, probably a good idea.
Well, while you do that, we'll see if we can't scrounge up a few more ingredients from our stores. Though I still cannot imagine why one would prefer other foodstuffs to carrots. I must admit that I find this culinary experimentation rather invigorating.
Those poor guys. Oh, let me go get some rocks. Wait, let me talk to them one more time. Are you planning to feed those ashen plants over there? Never been fond of ash in my mouth, though I suppose it might be a certain nostalgia to it now. I struggle to understand why you ushered us back into existence in this fashion. The wheel of time does not turn in reverse. As if I will it.
Weeds are vegetables, correct?
I mean, depends on what kind of weeds. I mean, technically any plant is a weed if you don't want it there. Alright, you sit over at Riotia, which is right over here, so let's just go ahead and teleport. And soft silver ore should be up. Yeah, soft silver ore is up, so I'm gonna go ahead and mine that first. Okay, let's head on down here. Should be like right over here. This is going a little bit faster than I had intended, but I'll need it I'll need to see how much longer this is. If it doesn't take too much more time, I might go ahead and do some of the stuff I was planning tomorrow. Because like if I can get both of those done, then like I'll need to figure out exactly what I want to do. Anyway, let's just let me go ahead and quickly mine some soft silver ore. Hopefully I don't need any GP for the tribal quest. Let me make sure to extract that materia. Alright. Let's head on over to the point that we need to head to. And get whatever... What do we need to get? Springs of Wild Liverwort. I don't know how we're supposed to collect that with a pickaxe, but okay. Okay, there's something. Oh, it's only level 80. Right, of course. So I need 3. Let's see, can I just do this? Yeah, I can. Alright, let's head back over to N7000. All the way up here? Yeah, that's the light bridge. Go ahead and split this and take off the 2 that we don't need. And I actually need some more of the Perception 14 ones because I apparently accidentally didn't meld a third materia on here. So I've just been, anytime I get one of those, I try and do it. So far I haven't been successful. This is like a 5% chance or something. Oh, right in 7000. Got your liverwort. The return of an allied life form, Brilliant, is most welcome. Oh wait, wrong voice. This unit can only hope that the organic life forms will now cease their whining. Me too, man. Me too. Quality and quantity of provided ingredients exceed expected parameters.
Yours, maybe. I knew Brilliant would go above and beyond. Now to put those greens to the test.
Well, it looks edible this time. Although definitely very different. Needless to say, I fear for my life, and that's saying something coming from the soldier. But now that you've gotten so much trouble, I should suppose we should try it. Well, they don't have salad eating animations. In a steadily robust spectrum of flavor and texture. I was unaware that food could possess such pleasant complexity. Mass-produced dishes pale in comparison. What's your tongue? The global community solved world hunger through automation, you know. You lot would have the scurvy thrice over without it. Still, I must admit that the flavor is unique, though we replicated a wide variety of cultivars. In our factories, just as many were consigned to history. I see now that what a loss that was. There is an appeal of having the freedom to choose what to eat, is there not? Though I recognize the validity of your world hunger argument. Perhaps there is room for both perspectives at this table. As this particular waiter observed, our haste to elevate one at the expense of others has not served us well in the past. Odd words to hear from a freedom fighter, but not wrong.
That's the spirit. I'm certain you two have plenty in common, if you're willing to hear each other out. In the meantime, why not help us with the gardening? Release some of that pent-up energy that has you shouting at each other all the time. Think about it. It's honest, non-violent work. And the more you grow, the more new flavors you can experience.
Trying to recruit some workers.
We have a patch of land on a new star that has your names on it. Well, your patron designations, anyway. What do you say?
Those are some really long forks. I cannot claim that I'd be happier on the battlefield. I fought in the name of peace until there was not left to fight, or to fight for. There has to be a better way, maybe in safeguarding life rather than taking it. I'll find out what that is. I hesitate to align my ethos with that of a global citizen. It is true that we now have the freedom to choose a better future. Very well, I shall put down my arms and travel a different path this time around. This isn't then it's a truce. Let us plant those vegetables. What an interesting story.
Ooh, I smell hope. It smells like carrots of happiness, if you were wondering. Plus, Elysium, how did I say? I was going to say this.
Because it's supposed to be Elysium. So I'm going to say Elysion.
Perhaps Elysion can smell it too.
Inconclusive and 80% nonsensical. Yeah, that's about right. However, possibilities resulting from this unlikely alliance approach the infinite.
I suppose that means we'll have to go and see for ourselves. Come along, patrons.
Oh, this is a very interesting story so far. Let's head on over to Elysion Fields. Or, what did they call it again? I don't remember. Let's talk jamming way first.
At the very least, our Corellian friends should be able to cultivate those unusual salad vegetables you found. If they can grow here, they can grow anywhere.
Despite the small yet strategically significant chance of their being greeted by hostiles, the naive life forms has sent Patron 001 and Patron 002 ahead to Elysion. This unit suggests we make haste in confirming what effects, if any, their emotions have wrought on the star. I didn't think of that at all. It's gonna be fine, but I understand. that was kind of risky. And yet, it seems to have turned out fine. Also, why are there more of them now? We sent 2 people here and now there's 6. The Corellians' heartfelt hopes for a peaceful future have taken form as the resplendent gardens. Well, that's nice. Nevertheless, much of the newborn star remains as unto a blank canvas. What hopes will the power of Dynamis bring to life? Well, let's talk to all of them. That's probably going to be pretty much the end of this one. I don't know where it came from, but I'm glad for the sudden appearance of that agroformer. It's a relic of the days before we fully automated food production, but it will make nurturing plants much easier. As I was considering the myriad possibilities we might sow upon this unmarred land, I was filled with a strange sense of optimism. Next I knew, there were plants all around. Man, they really calmed down, didn't they? The Corellians seem to be multiplying. I wonder if these ones were pulled from the mire of despair out there, just like our patrons. In any case, we're gonna need more salad. Right, Jammingway, sure. That's the most important thing here. Dynamis-based alterations to the local environment exceed all but the most improbable of projections. Data from prior civilizations indicates that organic customers will be pleased with the vegetation available for consumption. That's good. This unit proposes a temporary retreat to A4 research to discuss future salads and adjacent matters. Okay. Let's head back to A4. Yeah, take a drink. Okay. There's A4, and that'll wrap. Oh, wrong way. Talk to Jammingway, and then wrap this up. Our efforts have borne fruit more strange and beautiful than I could have ever possibly imagined. We know Jammingway. All management units are present. This unit will now run multiple cognitive simulations of the last drag's future. Okay. Hopefully you're not a party pooper. Analysis complete. Simulation suggests that further consultation with the reconstructed lifeforms and changes to the nature of Elysion will both be beneficial in increasing future customer satisfaction. Overall, friendly interaction appears key to the success of Last Drag's objectives, which are vital to the ongoing mission to live. In other words, if we continue to value our patrons, our cafe will become an ever greater source of joy. This unit would not make such a fanciful projection, but nevertheless agrees with the general trajectory proposed. The ongoing assistance of allied lifeform Beryllian will also be invaluable. Oh, great. Will you continue to act as a management unit, I guess? Count this unit in. I swore I'd never go back to retail. Oh no. Your cooperation is appreciated. In preparation for the next phase of operations, this unit proposes strategically repositioned Matrix Stigma 4 to this location, that it may better assist in coordinating planetary and cafe objectives. Transmissions of orders will commence at your signal. Okay. The orb. Retro thrusters on cooldown, initiating matrix installation. So this is gonna be the vendor.
Speaking of which, we have one more installation to attend to. Hold on. Hold still. In 7,000.
Did he just climb? I guess they didn't want to implement climbing technology. Oh no. Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. Now I can tell which Omicron the insults will be coming from. It also signifies the role in this operation quite well, does it not?
I guess. Crude, yet effective. This unit will consent to wearing the large-eared lifeform's primitive accessory.
Now, my loyal crew, to work! The possibilities are infinite, so there's much to be done.
Well, that thus opens the cafe at the end of the universe. Last Dregs, tribal quests unlocked. Your reputation has increased to friendly. You have achieved friendly reputation with the staff and patrons of the Last Dregs. Omicron quest, tribal quest now available through Stigma 4 and A4 research. Furthermore, you now access a wider selection of wares from Omicron N-0598. Okay. Go ahead and check what we have unlocked. I don't think there's really anything, but let's go ahead and check. Okay, that's Stigma 4, and this is the unit. Okay. See if there's anything. Yeah, we can't get anything yet because we just unlocked it. Now, these tools are kind of pointless to me because I've already got indicators. Well, except for the pickaxe, but we'll get to that eventually. Let's see, items, just dark matter and Geishel grains. Let's just go ahead and buy some more Geishel grains while I'm here. It's interesting that they only give you grade 8 here. Alright. I think it's about time for a break. Let me go ahead and check that. Does this teleport you straight there? Yeah, it does. I didn't need to fly up there. Oh well. Let's go ahead and... I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break and then figure out what else we're gonna do, because it's only been an hour, but I want to do a little bit more than just those today. Anyway, I'm gonna get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to, and I'll be right back. Oh, right. I need to figure out what we're gonna do. So what I was thinking of doing tomorrow was the first of the Tales of Newfound Adventure and the next Atara's Grand Endeavor quests. So looking at this, the Tales of Newfound Adventure looks like it's pretty darn short. And oh wait, we can still do the Master Role quests. How long is that gonna take? Yeah, let's do the Master Role quests. Because I didn't end up doing that last Sunday. Even though I kind of said I was going to. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna do it as Warrior because Unga Bunga. Let's head on over to Radzid Han. Let me update the stream text. Let's see, EW Master Role Quest. Is it just quest singular? Yeah, Master Role Quests. Let's. That's not how you spell it. Oh, let's make that a little bit bigger. Okay, let's head on over to the Radiant Hosts place. Yeah, Bitter Snow, is that it? That the first one? Yes, that's the first one. Head on over there and get started. Hello, Shirabot. Bitter Snow. Looks like we're all going to Thavnir, or... The glint in Shirabon's eyes suggests she was hoping you might pass through. Well, if it isn't Berillion. All around good egg and champion of, well, the whole world, I guess. Word travels fast, my friend. We've heard all about your exploits defeating the blasphemies that plagued the good people of Eorzea and Doma. Sadly, there are other fell beasts that yet want for slaying, but fear not. Our efforts to bring them low proceed apace, and we've had naught but glad tidings from our allies. Perhaps the most surprising report came from Wurlit. Oh, right. The thing is, if you hadn't done I only did those. I remember I tried to do the Shadow of Wurlit on stream, but then I couldn't even queue into the first one as a tank, so I ended up just not doing it on stream, but I did eventually do it off stream, and man, that story was darker than I expected. Where soldiers led by the infamous Black Wolf fought alongside Alamegan troops for yet another hard-earned victory. Reports from Garlemald, however, suggest another blasphemy threat lurks in the snow. Right, I guess we gotta go to Garlemald. And we received a petition for assistance. Strange, don't you think? When the effects of the final days began to spread in earnest, we encountered a great many monsters in Garlemald, but never a blasphemy. And to make matters worse, they say the Garleans who chose to remain and rebuild have begun transforming into yet other, more hideous creatures. Well, that's not good. From what I understand, it was you and your comrades who brought an end to the sort of the final days, is that right? Yep, that was us. Maybe Xenos helps a little. Even so, it would appear its effects will linger a while longer, until this malevolent influence on the Arkasodara subsides. I dare say this won't be the last time we hear of such sightings. As for the blasphemy, we have reason to believe it is a great deal stronger than any we've faced thus far. Your strength and experience would prove quite valuable. If you're willing to help, of course. Sure. Of course I'll help. Is the Elsebar contingent unequipped to handle this threat? Truly, our contacts in Sharlayan will be thrilled to hear it. Though they did not explicitly request your presence, it was clear from the first that they were hoping for it. Oh, how lovely. You guys asking for my help after trying to keep everything secret? Now you're like, please help us, Brilliant. Though, if I may be frank, I was not expecting Sharlayan of all places to be so concerned with the present state of Garlemald. But with the strict policies of non-intervention, Perhaps we'll find out the reason before this is all over. But that's an inquiry for another time. I'll not keep you any longer. Once you arrive in Garlemald, I should think the intelligence officer stationed there will be more than happy to apprise you of the situation. Alright, let's head on over to Charlian, I guess. Oh, nope, we're going to... Right. We're going to Camp Broken Glass. Let's see. Yeah, we're in Ilsabard. Whoops, that's where I meant to go. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they threw the map like that. Oh well, let's go to Camp Broken Glass. Ah, there you are, Mr. Intelligence Officer. Brilliant! The Brilliant? It's an honor to have you with us, miss. I presume you come to assist in our hunt for the blasphemy? Yep. Maxima and Lucia will be pleased to hear it, and I'll be pleased to see Lucia. Maxima not so much. If you would come this way. It's good to see you, Brilliant. Though I wish it were under more fortuitous circumstances, Maxima. Anytime we meet, it's never under fortuitous circumstances. Less, or more, yeah, whatever. We were reluctant to call upon you, knowing you but recently returned from the far reaches of the heavens, but we are no less glad for your aid. Now then, I believe it best if the man who first discovered this blasphemy explained the situation. It's gonna be, what's his name? The blue-haired boy? Oh, no. Oh, wait. Why is he here? Ah, Brilliant. Good. We may forego introductions then. Thank you for answering our call for assistance. Now why are you here, Daddy? As for the situation at hand, it concerns a joint effort between the Forum and the Loprits to find a new purpose for the moon. Can't you just make it into like a thrill ride attraction place? While there is no longer a need for a vessel to evacuate the star, we believe the moon may yet prove of use to the people of Etheres. And after much contemplation, a rather ingenious proposal was put forward. To transform the moon into a recent repository for man's knowledge, an archive of hitherto unseen scale. That sounds like a really bad idea. Well, I mean, yeah. The reason it sounds bad is because it's going to be used badly, but it's not bad in itself. Anyway, let's just continue. Charlian has long had the honor of boasting incomparable repositories of the world's knowledge, but it is far from perfect. Oh, that's an understatement. Should calamity befall us, natural or otherwise, the wisdom of ages we have long labored to preserve would be lost. But the moon is beyond any such risk. Are you sure about that? What's more, it's beyond the jurisdiction of any one nation. Are you sure about that? Thus did we consult the allied nations of Eorzea, the Far East, and Razadhan. They agreed to assembling a survey team to take measure of the moon and its potential as a repository. Well, considering the Loprits can make whatever you need with creation magics, we should be fine. Our plans for assessment were forestalled, however, by the presence of an entity we believe to be a blasphemy in the Tower of Babel. How fun. Claims of Garlean citizens transforming into monsters shortly after its discovery only gave further credence to our initial supposition. But we've not only ill tidings to share. Reinforcements have been dispatched to aid us in quelling the blasphemy's threat. Lord Artorial, oh great, and a member of the Gridanius Keeper of the Entwined Serpents have already begun an investigation into the catalyst of these transformations. Oh wait, Artorial's the good guy, is the head of the house, not the annoying one. That's Emmanuel. Though the skies no longer burn, and the spread of this affliction is much curtailed, we must remain vigilant. Until the blasphemy threat has been quelled, Althanode and Alizé have graciously offered to keep calm the people of Terratim while we attend to the people there. Okay. But the matter of the blasphemy is not so easily resolved, I'm afraid. We recently met with certain complications that have hindered our plans. Ugiri and Fordola are presently deliberating how best to resolve the situation. Perhaps it would be best if you heard the details directly from them. So is this going to take all the characters that we had in each of the role quests and just bring them together for one final role quest? That's probably how this is going to go down. I should like to join you, if I may. As this endeavor was originally undertaken on Charlene's behalf, I feel it is my responsibility to see this through to its conclusion. Okay, you also want to see your kids. I get it. Well, let's head on over to Terratim. Let's see, is Fortunald around here, or is he already at Terratim? Probably already there. No, we gotta speak with Ugiri. Let's go do that first. Always happy to speak with Ugiri. Or Lucia. Ah, there they are. Fordola not as much, but she's okay. Somehow I should have known you would turn up eventually. Same to you, Fordola. Her magical floating shield on her back. I did not expect to see you here of all places, but I'm no less glad for your presence. I presume the word of the blasphemy is what brought you here. In which case, I believe it may be best if a member of the reconnaissance team guard explained the situation. Oh wait, it's this guy. I forget who it is though. Who is he? I've seen him before. Long time no see, Lorenz. Aren't you a captain of the company of heroes? I forget who this guy is, but I remember. Oh, yes. He's the company of heroes. Right. We saw that in Limsa. In the Limsa one with, I think that was physical. I think that was melee DPS. He's not the captain anymore. He's just, yeah. I'd heard tell you were the worldly sort, but bugger me if you know where you heard my name before. Ahem. I'm just a lowly sword for hiring, hoping to fatten my purse with a touch of mercenary work after taking my leave from Limsa. The job sounded simple enough, but, well, I'm sure you wouldn't be here if it were, eh? But you didn't come all this way to hear about me, did you? The blasphemy we're after is making its nest in the upper reaches of the Tower of Babel. Well, they'll just go do the dungeon. The auxiliary sector, I believe it was. But it wasn't alone. I'm reading it with like a Scottish accent. It's supposed to be like a pirate. A sizable horde of beasts were circling like the knights protecting their queen. Naturally, we thought to strike from a distance before engaging in earnest. But not a single bullet reached its mark. Oh, what? They were protected by some manner of magical shroud, as far as I could figure. Without a keen eye for magic, I don't see anyone getting through. By the time we understood the faculty of the situation, we'd been spotted. Retreat was our only option. Pains me to say, but there won't be any brute force no way through this. Are you sure about that? Because I'm a warrior, and I think I could do it. I just gotta get angry enough. My understanding is that, once transformed, these blasphemies are completely devoid of ether. With what energies could it create such a barrier? That's a question, isn't it? My first thought was some heretofore unknown technique for conjuring shields. Needless to say, I'm out of my depth when it comes to matters of magic. Which is precisely why I speak with the Elder Seedseer when she arrives. If anyone can help us find a way to overcome the blasphemous protection, it's her. Or me. I'll just switch to Black Mage. In the meantime, could we trouble you to help with a not-so-small matter of people changing into beasts? Yeah, no, it's a not-so-small matter. I'd say it is. The Blasphemy's horde was large enough when first we found it. We can't afford to do more. We can't afford for more to join its ranks. Very well. We shall reconvene with Lord Artorial and discuss strategy. Ah, before you go, there's something else you should know about the tower. For the moment we set foot inside, I swear there was someone or something watching us. I shrugged it off, thinking it a figment of my imagination, but in hindsight, I'm not so sure. Interesting. We'll keep that in mind. Nothing to worry ourselves about, but best keep your guard on when we do finally return to the tower, eh? Sure. Arnvald sends his regards, by the way. He asked me to tell you not to push yourself, but we all know what a waste of breath that'll prove to be. Lord Hian will be arriving ere long. Thank goodness, I've been missing him. I'm trying to do Yugiri's #1 Hian Sims. I'm trying to do some joke with that, but it didn't work. Aptly dressed for the cold, I should hope. Gosetsu would no doubt count himself fortunate to be absent if he knew we were here. Oh yeah, he would hate this. Gods, what is this nice bowl of soap? Soup, yeah, sure. Send on over to Daddy and wrap this first quest up. Oh no, Arturial, that's right. And the Keeper of the Serpents. It's one of the guards. Under normal circumstances, I would never dream of leaving the Elder Seat's side. But considering the nature of these blasphemies and the calamity they bring, she insisted a representative for Cordania precede her arrival. Okay. It would appear their investigation into the recent reports of refugees transforming is well underway. That's good. Ah, brilliant. 'Tis good to have you with us, my friend. Indeed, the road before us is not an easy one, and a woman of your talents will prove invaluable to our efforts. We but recently returned from reconnaissance, wherein we made a few rather surprising discoveries. Oh, like what? First and foremost, we were pleased to discover that no one residing within Camp Broken Glass or Terratim have turned. No doubt thanks to the concerted efforts of Maxima, Alphanode, and Alizé. However, we have reason to believe that those who did turn all hail from Locus Amenus. Where was that again? You mean Corvus? The Garlean's ancestral home? Interesting. The very same. When the ill effects of the final days began to manifest there, a number of Garlean refugees from the region sought sanctuary in Garlemald. But the capital was already in ruins when they arrived. They were offered asylum, but many refused and instead chose to fend for themselves on the outskirts of the city. Well, that doesn't sound like a good idea. We are of a mind to go and speak with them directly if you would care to join us. Perhaps together we can learn what of their recent circumstances has triggered such terrible change among their people. Alright, that was the first one. Let's talk to these guys and start with the second one. I'm not of Garlean blood, but having been raised in the Imperial provinces, I would be lying if I said I am not moved by their plight. Locus Amonis suffered greatly in the wake of the final days. 'Tis only natural they would have sought shelter at the capital. I can but imagine their horror upon arrival. Yeah, that sounds like a really bad move. Really bad. Anyway, let's talk to Artorial here. Frozen Hope. Artorial is eager to begin his inquiry. Time being of the essence, I believe it prudent we split into two groups and cover as much ground as we may, as quickly as possible.
If you and Master Forshnold would inquire about the people at Victor's Spoils, the two of us shall see what we may learn at the Mental Station 4. When you have finished, pray meet us there. Okay, sounds good to me. Get to spend some more time with Daddy. Victor's Spoils is to the east of here, yes. Let us be off. And he's gonna go by himself. Bye-bye. Yep, let's head on over to Victor's Spoils. I actually went over there another time for something. Not on stream, not for a quest, but I just went over there for some reason. And I think the guys are still there. Obviously the girls died during MSQ, but the 3 guys are still there, or at least one of them is. So that was the first quest. Yeah, we got 3 more to go. After stream, I'll go ahead and do the Onicron quests for today so that I can start building up rep for us to work on for next week. Oh, right in front. Hello, Daddy. Stop calling me that. That they should choose to reside in the cold, I can but presume they will not be amenable to conversation. Even so, we must not be deterred. Come. Okay. Let's see if this is going to turn out as well as when Alphano did it. Let's see, is this one of the guys, or is this just someone else? No, I think that's someone else. This guy might be... Oh no, these are the 2 of the guys that were here, I think. Wasn't there like a 3rd one over here or something? Oh yeah, then there are the 2 graves. Anyway, talk to Forshnold first. Shall we meet back here when you have finished? Oh, okay, there's more than just this guy. Can't imagine why you or anyone else would feign interest in our troubles. But if you insist, you'll find a great many of the people here were in the military at one time or another. Some retiring with honors and others without. Sadly, I'm one of the latter. Bore one too many scars in battle. Even so, my contributions were enough to warrant leave to move to Locus Amonis. It was a land of warmth and bounty. The Corvosi rebellion admittedly proved troublesome for a time, but it didn't take long for the Second Legion to quell their uprising. You could practically drown in the calm and quiet. And then one day the skies came alive with flame. We were overrun by all manner of foul beasts born of our brothers and sisters. The Second Legion barely had time to assemble their forces before they were overrun and snuffed out. We barely escaped with our lives. But we were greeted only with one more wrack and ruin on our arrival here, and we've not the strength to take our home back from the Corvosi a second time. There's nothing left for us anywhere. Okay. So apparently there's 2 more people over here, but I didn't see them. Let's go ahead and check it out. Ah, hello there. Come to hear our grievances, have you? We've more than you have time to hear them, I'm sure. We've lost not 1, but 2 homes. Our loved ones, our livelihoods. There's nothing left. I served my time with the military, for what? To lose all my friends, my son, and there was naught to show for it but our claim to Locus Amonis. Or so we thought. Calamity was visited upon us for reasons we know not, and when we thought to flee, it followed on our heels to Garlemald, ruin and ash at every turn. Ah yes, how nice. Talk? What is there to talk about? We've no home, no future, nothing. This doom spells the end for all us all. Well, that was quick. Let's me back up with Daddy. Stop calling me that! I only call him Daddy because I think it would annoy him, and it would annoy a lot, and it probably annoys somebody watching. Did you learn aught of how they came to be in such dire straits? Gee, I wonder.
Seemed pretty clear to me.
I see. I heard much of the same. The military forces of Locus Amotus were defeated in the wake of the final days. Desperate to survive, they naturally fled to Garlemald seeking sanctuary. It was their hope the might of the Empire would allow them to reclaim the home they were forced to abandon, but the capital was already in ruin when they arrived. Needless to say, the lands they have long believed to be their ancestral home of the Garlean people may remain forever lost to them. Those unfamiliar with history would believe they have always resided in the bitter cold climes of the northern Ilsabard, but that was only after the Kovorsai invaded 800 years prior. With the advent of Magitech, I imagined it was all too easy for Emperor Solus to rally his people and take back what they believed to be rightfully theirs. Yet history would tell us true, that the land they call Logos Amenis has been known by other names and served as home to a myriad peoples. Indeed, one need only look back to the Allagan's reign in the Third Astral Era to give the lie to the Garlean claims of sovereignty. Yet even had they such ancestral ties to Logos Amenis, antecedents cannot justify their animosity to foreign peoples. Animosity poorly veiled by delusions of justice, as has been the case for so many nations throughout history. Would that man had the sense and strength of will to break free from such chains of hatred. It's a cycle of hatred, man. You just keeps on going. Help! Someone help! They've returned! Or not returned, turned. Another monster? Quickly, Brilliant. We haven't a moment to lose. Daddy, how are you gonna fight? Did you bring your flying things? Oh well, let's head around the corner. Apparently there's a monster. That doesn't look like a monster. Oh, okay, there's nothing here. Gods, what happened? One of my mates seemed unwell, so I thought to come over and look in on him. Next thing I knew, no one appears to be injured. Did he not attack? He just walked off in the direction of the tower, in a daze, as if it was calling to him. Uh-oh. I've seen that before. He could not have gone far. If you would go after him, I will remain here and see that all are accounted for. I mean, you're not fighting anymore, so... I will see to matters here. Go and find the beast before it can reach the tower. Have we not suffered enough? Well, let's fly on over, see if we can find the guy. It looks like we should head to this conveniently marked location. Ah, with the purple circle. How nice. Yeah, I think he's done. Just make this quick. Warrior is easily my best geared character at the moment. Oh, that was quick. Let's head on back to Daddy and report on what we found. But yeah, it looks like he did a turn. Nope, not over here. They moved back over to the gazebo. The what? The gazebo, you know, that thing over there. What's a gazebo? I love that gag. The beast is slain then. Thank the heavens. For a blessing, no others have turned, and a measure of calm has been restored, if only for the moment. Witnesses were able to offer a clue as to the source of the transformation. They claim the afflicted was listening to the radio. Ah. Okay. Even now, it continues to play the same cryptic message. Empire. No more. Never again. Rise. Ashes. Though distorted by radio static, you can hear a voice saying, "The Empire is no more. Never again shall it rise from the ashes." What?
how is this possible? There are no facilities left standing that could possibly deliver a broadcast. Anima was capable of sending such messages, that's right. The last time this happened, the signal came from the Tower of Babel. That's even more to the point. Guess we gotta go back to the giant tower. But that as it may, Anima is no more, and the Tower of Babel has fallen into disrepair. By your hands, no less. Oh yeah, I know. Which begs the question, who, or perhaps what, could be behind this? Brilliant, Master Fortunaut, a moment, if you would. Ah, Merylweb. And Emmerich. Shortly after we finished our inquiry at Liminal Station 4, Lord Emmerich and Admiral Merylweb arrived and requested an audience. I'll always make time for you two. Apologies for the late arrival. Knowing firsthand the devastation of which blasphemies are capable, I discussed the matter with the Admiral, and we were of one mind that the situation warranted our immediate presence. It is safe to presume a representative of the survey team has already arrived. Indeed, I have. Thank you for coming all this way on such short notice. Recent events here at the camp have proved most enlightening. Yeah, I'd say. And this is the aforementioned radio. Empire, no more. Never again. Rise, ashes. A harsh reminder of their misfortune. Sufficient to push someone wayward. Sufficient to push some wayward few over the edge, it would seem. Yet there still remains the question of who is sending this message and from where. Glory, everlasting, Garlemald. What? For glory everlasting for Garlemald? No, it couldn't be. You recognize this message? A mantra often spoken by Lord Nerva. Anyone who lived in the provinces under his authority could scarcely forget those words. He sought to claim the throne after the assassination of Emperor Varus, did he not? Another civil war broke out. He all but disappeared, according to the intelligence we managed to gather. How could he have managed to breach the tower undetected? To have done so and remain unnoticed by the creatures infesting the tower seems a nigh impossible task. Unless... I think the voice on the radio is the blasphemy. Do you know that voice? Do you think the voice... Yeah, let's go with the first one. I do. And as it was with Anima, these radios are somehow attuned to whatever signal it emits from the tower. What's more, I believe the true identity of the blasphemy is Nerva, robbed of the throne and forced to watch the empire he longed to command crumble before his very eyes. If such loss did not drive him to the same fate as Quintus, the despair he felt no doubt overcame and turned him. Interesting, okay. Nerva's delusions of grandeur aside, the Garlean's plight sounds not unlike the Sahagin, just desperate to preserve their spawning grounds. Indeed, though unscrupulous by any measure, the Garleans found solidarity in their ideology, as did the people of Ishgard in the church. Adrift without a home or purpose, it is all too easy for despair to take hold. Would that a remedy were as simple as offering them land as we did with Sahagin. In all likelihood, the Garleans would refuse to settle for aught less than what they believe to be their ancestral homeland of Locus Amenus, a claim the Corvosi would readily take arms to denounce. We would do well not to further fan the flames of animosity twixt them. Yep, that would probably be a good idea to avoid. then perhaps, at the very least, we can offer them peace of mind, and a means to regain some semblance of stability in their lives. To offer them true comfort and stability, Garlemald must be rebuilt. Yeah, that's probably the only way. By no means an easy solution, but perhaps the only one worthy of pursuit. Of course, this new Garlemald must remain a sovereign nation, free from the oversight of others. That's gonna be really tricky to do. They would see no meaning in it otherwise. If I'm not mistaken, Alfnud and Alizé have already made strides in helping the people here regain some normalcy in their day-to-day lives. A most important first step, but it will mean little without proper leadership. So are we gonna put up a new king, puppet king, to manage everything? Rather than a single individual, perhaps a governing body of sorts would prove more effective. There are a number of former Senate members among the refugees at Camp Broken Glass. As I recall, with their help, creating the framework for a new governance is not an impossibility. Then let us call the people together and see what they can make of our proposal. It's still gonna keep going? Jeez. This doesn't look much like a council. I guess it is a bunch of old people, though. The final days has taken much from you all. I can but imagine the pain you feel in the face of such immeasurable loss. And though the final days have been averted, its ever effects yet linger, and a blasphemy has been born of your suffering. Decisive action must be taken before further harm is wrought upon you. To overcome such adversity is too great a task for any one person, but as a people united, there may yet be hope for the morrow. While it is not our place to decide how you will move forward, we would offer a small measure of guidance. We were told a number of former members of your Senate yet remain among you. Would you be amiable to an interim government led by these individuals, until such a time as Garlemald can be rebuilt? Rebuilding Garlemald? Is such a thing truly possible? Even if we do cobble together some governing council, they won't be making anything of the pile of ash we dare call Garlemald. There's no going back to Locus Amonis either. Rack and ruin. Those are our only options. Well, I mean, you could, like, try. I realize to rebuild Garlemald is a seemingly impossible task, but you needn't to undertake it alone. My children are working with members of the First Legion as we speak to begin an ordered, organized relief effort. And there are others from the provinces, no doubt willing to lend their expertise. You need but ask, not as would-be conquerors, but as brothers and sisters of this star, and others will heed your call. I really don't think this is going to work on them. If you should still see no merit in rebuilding Garlemald, then I would instead offer you residency in Sharlayan. Okay. I promise you would be welcomed with open arms. No, they won't. What are you talking about, Fortunald? Be realistic here. That won't work. Sharlayan? So now you expect us to go and lick boots in some country we've never even heard of? Like, did you really think that would work? My apologies if I appeared overly forward in my proposition. Considering our strict policies on intervention until but recently, it's not surprising that you are unfamiliar with my homeland. It is an island nation to the north, home to a myriad peoples. which is why I believe it would be not prove difficult to accommodate you and yours. To be clear, you would not be migrating to Charlian to live in servitude. You have my word that each and every one of you would be guaranteed citizenship upon entry. And why exactly would we go to such lengths for us? For the conquerors you barely know? Charlian was long aware of the coming doom that would be the final days, and so we were preparing to evacuate this star, taking as many people and resources as our stores would allow. Initially, it was our intent to save the people of Garlemald as well, but we had not forgotten the transgressions invading Alamigo, your rejection to our entreaties for peace. After a great deal of deliberation, it was decided that we would forego an invitation to Garlemald, a determination made with great trepidation. We had convinced ourselves it was ultimately for the greater good, though I can think of at least one individual who would continue to protest. Let's see, who would that be? Yep, okay. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. It's literally, he's gone full circle. Now he's quoting Louis Swall himself. Sage counsel I brazenly cast aside when confronted with the final days in earnest. But Brilliant here and her companions refused to forsake those we were otherwise unwilling to save. With great risk to themselves, they achieved the impossible and opened my eyes to the error of the Forum's decision. If all other roads lead to ruin regardless, perhaps we should at least consider it. Then it would be my pleasure to invite you all to Camp Broken Glass, where you shall have a warm food and shall have warm food and beds both. That was quite lengthy. Well, he didn't convince everyone, but... Admiral Wereweb and I shall speak with Maxima and the others, and consider how best to assist the Guardians moving forward. Should we broach the subject of the blasphemy, however, we'll not hesitate to call upon you. Okay, sounds good to me. You can call upon me anytime, Emmerich. Who was that? I have a guess of who it is, but I'll hold off for now. Let's go and get some free strength potions. Alright, next quests. We got 2 more to go. Talk to Daddy and continue on. Misguided few. Though visibly relieved the Guardians are safe, the hardness in Fortunal's eyes suggest your work is far from over. With the Guardian's heart at ease, the likelihood of others turning has greatly diminished. That said, it is no cause for us to grow complacent. We must needs find a way to overcome the blasphemy's protective warding. If I understand correctly, a blasphemy's behavior is oftentimes influenced by the memories and emotions of their originator, in which case, it would be prudent to learn more of the man who birthed this monstrosity. How fortuitous, then, that a number of soldiers from the 3rd Legion are in our custody. For a mercy, their tempering was not so severe as to be beyond our ability to heal them. They are presently being treated at Camp Broken Glass. Perhaps the camp's intelligence officer can tell us who among them knows aught of Nerva's whereabouts. Okay. Let's head back to Camp of Broken Glass. See if we can learn a little bit more about Nerva, because that was like 1.0 lore, right? Not sure. Okay. It's over here. No, in the building? Yeah, right here. Alright, Mr. Intelligence Officer, what do you have for us? I see. Perhaps it'd be best if you speak with Virgilia, Legatus of the 3rd Legion. She's still on the mend, but the chirurgeon, I can never say this right. Chirurgeons aren't like to oppose a brief conversation. If you would wait here for a moment. So why can't we go to her? She's still wearing her full armor and everything. That doesn't really make sense, but okay. Haven't we seen this model before? Eorgia's champion, I presume, and one of her cohorts. What business have you with me? I like the makeup choice. Isambard is faced with an imminent crisis, and we believe the knowledge you bear may be the key to stopping it. Thus do we believe the blasphemy to be Nerva. His whereabouts in the wake of Garlemald's fall, or lack thereof, give credence to our theory. Lord Nerva? From what we have pieced together thus far, you were one of the last to see him alive. Plus, will you not share with us what you know? Very well, though I suspect what meager knowledge I possess shall avail you not. I last spoke with Lord Nerva shortly after warring with the 1st Legion began. Cloistered within the lower levels of the Senelcum Imperials, he spent the bitter part of the day listening attentively to the radio. He seemed hopeful, or perhaps desperate, for news that the tide might turn in our favor. The next day, I left for the front line. It was there I heard the terrible noise, which I assume came from the Tower of Babel. Then darkness took me, and I remember not after that. I was told the radios protected those close to them from the effects of the tower, in which case Lord Nerva would have remained unaffected. But he has ever been devoted to Garlemald, for glory everlasting, he would say. To watch the empire he loved so dearly crumble, I can think of no who would have been most stricken by the sight. It would seem we were right to assume what became of Nerva. And it does not surprise me the beast would choose to make its nest within the Tower of Babel. It stands atop the remains of the Imperial Palace and the throne he revered so highly. But the Empire is no more, and Lord Nerva, apparently, is no longer the man he once was. He deserves to be laid to rest, together with his dreams of glory. We will fell the beast. You have my word. ... Ah, Seed Seer's here.
Apologies for the interruption. Kane Sena has arrived, and we're ready to depart. 'Tis good to see you, Brillian. Master Fortunald.
That's right, she met him before.
I've spoken with Lorenz of the ward protecting the blasphemy, and I'm quite confident some manner of aether-based magic bars our path. If I may be so bold, Elder Seedseer, we reached the same conclusion initially, but that simply is not possible. These creatures born of the final days are devoid of ether. As such, they would be unable to produce such a barrier in manner of which we're accustomed. Do you suppose it is possible they manipulated dynamis to achieve a similar effect?
I don't know. I'm not a dynamis expert, I'm an aether expert.
I too thought to dismiss the notion of a barrier fueled by ether. That is, until I stepped foot here in Garlemald. Even now, I can sense a stream of ether flowing toward the tower.
Ah, okay. That's right, the tower was absorbing a bunch of ether from the land and stuff.
Its purpose, after all, to harvest reserves of energy sufficient to reach the moon. Even if one is incapable of manipulating aether directly, it stands to reason control of the tower would alleviate such a need. 'Tis merely conjecture, of course. I cannot say for certain until I have examined the currents with mine own eyes. Might I ask you to accompany us? I would join you as well, if I may. My injuries would keep me from being use in battle, but my knowledge of the land should serve just as well as my blade. I would not be opposed to your company, but it is not my decision to make. She may go, so long as she remains under the watch by you and yours, you and the others.
Interesting that they don't have Fordola wearing her collar anymore.
Very good. I suggest we begin with Rego Urbanissima. I sense the greatest confluence of ether in that vicinity.
Oh, there's the person again. Hopefully they don't cause any problems. Oh, right, where are we going? Over there? Okay, let's fly on over. I'm getting a little bit tired, but I want to wrap this, I want to finish this part up, or this quest and then the next quest. Also, almost out of water. Out of water. Water. Just like Soapy Wooder. Oh, right, there's everyone. Of course, I gotta talk to everyone now. I like this dress, and I really like her makeup. The way that they did her makeup with the purple eyes.
It would seem I underestimated the resourcefulness of our adversary. I had word that Aldine should be arriving before long. I can already picture him knocking his knees, muttering under his breath about the cold.
Pippin? I think that's who she means.
I will never understand how you could grow accustomed to such cold climes.
I mean, maybe if you wore a different outfit, you would be able to.
Part of me does not wish to believe this blasphemy is Lord Nerva, that I failed to protect him, and yet... I'm sure it's just my imagination, but I can't help but feel we're being watched again.
Oh, don't worry, that's just me. And all the viewers.
As I thought, the aether stream here flows toward the tower, as do all the others in this region, no doubt.
This convergence first began with the Telephoroi erected spires in all corners of Eorzea to fuel the Tower of Babel. But once destroyed, this divergence of aether should have ceased. Alright, whoever you are, if your business with us, quit your sulking about in the shadows and speak your piece. Was you there in the tower, wasn't it? Okay, he actually noticed the person now. Yugiri and them are gonna, and Fordola are gonna get him. I don't think you want to go up again. Okay, I was right. It is Nero. My, you're sharper than you look. I thought it was Nero. I recognize you. Nero, yes? Why are you following us? Who said I'm following you? Being a native of Garlemald does not stand to reason I might be inclined to come and see what has become of my home. I know not what you're scheming, but we've got no time to entertain your games. Perhaps Master Garland would make better company for you. Yeah, why are you leaving your boyfriend? Spare me. I am a man of great ambition and greater intellect, far beyond the scope of anything Garland could hope to achieve. He still keeps his head in the clouds, while I would set my sights up to the stars beyond. Which is why you snuck into the tower, but like us, you couldn't get past the blasphemy to reach the transporter. Yes, well, I was very much hoping you would dispense with that little obstacle. And having caught wind of your plans, curiosity compelled me to see if you were truly up to the task. I need to do a different voice for him. I'm not liking this one. Do you have reason to believe we were not? Or perhaps does the great genius Nero mean to dispense with the blasphemy himself? That grin. Far be it from me to steal your glory, having come all this way. But as I am feeling generous, I will tell you what I learned about the time in the Tower of Babel. Well, during my time in the Tower of Babel, I was able to access its systems, you see, and discovered one of those dreadful spires still appears to be active? Impossible! They'll have vanished when Anima was destroyed. Yes, and I've heard of your escapades reclaiming the remains of the Emperor, but obviously you failed to reclaim his entire body. As it stands, a piece remains powering a tower at Fabrica. Where is that again? Ah, yes, the manufacturing district, just north of the erstwhile Imperial Palace. You know, where we can't get to. Conveniently off the map. A rather impressive feat, considering how these lands are so utterly devoid of ether. Barely enough to sustain life, let alone the spire. But if one were to use Varys' remains to forcibly create a confluence of sorts. Precisely, and from what I gleaned of the tower's systems, his heart serves as its core. Coursing not with blood, but your precious ether, and now Nerva has amassed a sure fit to shore up his defenses. How fortuitous he should find so perfect an impetus for his design, stolen from the hands and minds than his own. How very like him. Or did I say that out loud? Oh, did I say that aloud? You'll forgive me if I fail to show concern for your ire. Nero. If what you say is true, these lands could never hope to recover from such a paucity of life energies. We must hurry and find Varys' heart, to both spare the land this wanton harvesting and deny the blasphemy of the source of its protection. Are we to presume you have any intention of aiding us? As I said, I have no intention of stealing your glory, though I fear victory may soon slip through your fingers if you do not act quickly. The Tower of Babel was designed specifically for Anima to serve as its core. Nerva forcing himself upon the system has caused it to grow increasingly unstable.
If my calculations are correct, and they always are, it will not be long before his presence triggers a system meltdown. The resulting explosion would destroy whatever tenuous streams of aether breathe life into the lands of Garlemald. Well, that's not good. But more importantly, we will lose our only means of reaching the moon. The heavens forever denied my genius. Oh no. How very unfortunate. In any event, it would seem time is of the essence. That's all well and good, but if we know which district to search, finding the heart will be like. Wait, but even if we know which district to search, finding the heart'll be like looking for a needle in a bloody haystack. Actually, I may know where we can start. Of course she does. It's all rather hazy, but I still have the vague recollection of my time serving Anima when I was enthralled. We were commanded to erect the same manner of facility tucked away in the corner of Fabrica. I remember not what it was for, but it's a good place to start as any to begin our search. Certainly sounds promising, but surely this facility will be heavily guarded. Well, that's what I'm here for. Then maybe it'd be best to divide our forces. It's just the four of us. If it's just the four of us, shouldn't prove too difficult to sneak inside and find the heart. Why sneak around when you can just kill everything? Yes, yes, let the anger flow through you. Meanwhile, our main force can stand ready to storm the Tower of Babel when the barrier gives out. Ah, so we're gonna be part of the storming group. Because they didn't want to do any sort of modeling or mapping for the other area. Yeah, have those four go do the stealth mission. And then we'll do the storming of the castle. This is Livier. What? Very well. We shall return at once. That doesn't sound good. A number of Garleans have left camp for the Tower of Babel. Uh-oh. They have somehow misunderstood the threat of the tower and convinced themselves that Nerva has taken a refuge there, still clinging to their ill-placed patriotism, no doubt. They could not have gone far. If we act quickly, perhaps they can be found before they come to harm. A wise man would not waste his time on only a few wayward refugees. I thought you Charlian scholars knew better. Yeah, that's true. It seems like the kind of thing they would be like, well, this saves 5 people, this saves 5 million people. To ignore the plight of others by entirely saves not wisdom, sir. Yes, yes, yes. If that is all the same to you, Brilliant, I would join you. Can you fight? I mean, she can heal. I will return to camp and begin preparations for our assault on the tower. Nero can probably DPS a little bit. Oh yeah, he's sure that he can fight. I suppose I should go as well. Alright, Daddy. Though I am unarmed, I promise not to be a burden. Oh, sure, Fortunald. That said, it would behoove us to avoid any undue confrontations if possible. Hold on, I got distracted. Now then, let us be off. Fortunal is not accompanying you? Oh no. How do I get him to leave? This is the first character where I accompanied us where I'd be like, eh. Anyway, let's just fly over here and check out this point of interest. No trace of them here.
Let us keep searching. Okay, let's keep going. Another point of interest. Help! Someone, please! Did you hear that? It came from over there. Over there? You know, just going and running off. Great idea, Fortunald. Alright, looks like it's right here. Yep, a purple circle of death. Let's take him down. That was a little bit overkill, but okay. Let's come on and slam. I'll never get tired of that animation. Okay, let's talk to Fortunald first. Oh, of course I'm paralyzed. Okay, guess we gotta wait 20 seconds. Okay, there we go. They are understandably shaken, but otherwise appear to be unharmed. Well, that's good. Oh, right, these were the ones that were not too happy about the decision. You're the ones who came to speak with us before. We heard Lord Nerva had returned and was assembling his forces in the tower, but that's not what happened. That's not what's happening, bro. No, not Lord Nerva, too. Then there really is nothing left for us. Yes, there is. I'll not deny your situation is dire. But you are not without a path forward. I believe you have the passion and conviction needed to rebuild Garlemald, if you so choose. Or, failing that, you can begin life anew in Charlian. Rebuild Garlemald? No, there is no point in entertaining so lofty a dream. We would sooner die than suffer life under the rule of another. Again, it's not rule, bro. You would sooner seek death than sanctuary. Your resolve is admirable, but sorely misplaced. If you would not see Garlemald rise from the snow and ashes here in Ilsabard, might you consider venturing unto a new frontier? That's not a bad idea. A new frontier? And where exactly is this life ripe for exploration? Why, everywhere, dude. There, on the moon. Oh. Right. We can just get them to manage the knowledge and stuff. I mean, I'm sure the Loperts will be happy, but it is our goal to create a repository of man's knowledge there, free from the jurisdiction of any nation. As I understand, the magic and technological advancements of Garlemald were without peer. Your expertise would be indispensable in the endeavor, should you be willing, of course. That's not a bad idea. You really expect us to go and live on the bloody moon? Is such a thing even possible? Well, yeah. Have you a better alternative? Lest you forget, Garlemald did not rise to grandeur from complacency in the present of rumination. In the present or rumination in the past. We live for the future, and it is in our blood. Life is not without its hardships, of course. Even I have met with the occasional stumbling block, you know, because Nero's perfect. But even should I stumble, my eyes are forever fixed skyward, seeking ever greater heights. The Empire may be lost, but I still possess a great deal of knowledge gained from it, and a desire to seek more. The very notion of exploring the moon is an unprecedented prospect, and that you would balk at the proposition boggles the mind. Oh, Nero. Consider this. You have heard the beasts of the final days were born of those hapless souls that had given up on everything, yes? If that is indeed the case, can you tell me why you still stand before me? Because you haven't actually given up. Because deep down, you believe your life is yet worth living. Deep down, you long to reach for the unreachable. Interesting. Nero giving a pretty good speech. Or perhaps you don't. If you should choose to lay down and die here in the snow, it's none of my concern. Reach for the unreachable? That sounds like something I would have said back at the academy. Alright, we'll go. I suppose it's better than dying here in the snow, as you so grimly put it. Then we must first dispense of the blasphemy that commands the tower. It's hard to believe Lord Nerva, of all people, could be turned into one of those monsters. Please, you must stop him. Put his soul to rest. Thank you, and sorry for causing all this trouble. You're not welcome. Please don't do it again. Thank you for the arousing call to action, but I thought you had no interest in meddling in our affairs. He wants to go to the moon, doesn't he? Lest you misunderstand, I abhor the idea of my countrymen blindly following nobles they know next to nothing about. Besides, it would be a most piteous sight for not a single Garlean to be among those venturing to the moon. Who else am I to prevail upon to learn of new findings up there? Oh, that was funny. Go ahead and pick, how many do I have of each of these? Okay, I've got 7 of those and 6 of those. I think I'm gonna go for skill speed. Alright, let's go ahead and take a quick break so that I can refill my water and, like, rest a tiny bit, because I am a bit tired. So, it's time to get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. This will just be a quick break. Actually, I'll probably end up being exactly the same length as it usually is, but I'll be right back. And then we'll do the last quest. Alright. Let's talk to Daddy and start this last quest. Well, first Nero. First we're gonna talk to Nero. I told myself I would not get overly involved, and yet here I am. Is this the last one, right? Yes, this is the last one. Forlorn glory. Fortunate is eager to regroup and make ready for battle. From what Nero has told us, time is now a luxury we can ill afford. Let's return to Camp Brokenglass, if only for the moment. The others are no doubt finishing their preparations for battle. Alright, let's teleport back. This has been a pretty interesting quest line. All the people coming back, and of course it's going to finish up in Garlemald. Because we went to all the other city-states and locations. Garlemald's going to be the logical last place for us to finish things off. It'd be kind of unreasonable for there not to be a blasphemy there. I should hope the others' absence mean all proceeds apace. Good, you're here. With the recent arrival of reinforcements, our preparations are all but complete. Ah, Rabon and Hien. Yugiri's gonna be disappointed that he didn't dress up. Apologies for our lateness. It seems we are at least in time to help deliver the crushing blow. Well, now we got people who can actually fight. Aye, and if the fates are kind, this will be the last we see of those damnable blasphemies. Commander Aldine, Lord Hien. Oh, right. Aldine is Raubon and Pippin. Thank you for both coming. Thank you both for coming. Yes, of course. Understood. Lawrence and the others have reclaimed Varys' heart. The barrier protecting the blasphemy should soon dissipate. Then the time has come, at last, to storm the Tower of Babel. You just got here, Raubon. What do you mean, at last? Admiral Merweb and Lord Emmerich await our arrival at its base. Okay, that's gonna be a pretty nice group. Emmerich, Merweb, Raubon, and Hien. Then we should be about it, eh? I suppose it is a good opportunity as any to keep my hammer from rusting over. Oh right, he can fight too. Fortunald's probably Fortunald and kinda Asena can't really fight, but I will accompany you as well. As the forum's representative and a member of the survey team, I feel it is my responsibility to see this through to the end. Can't you go ask Alphanode for your laser beam things? Are you sure you wouldn't rather wait here? I didn't take you for the fighting type. Despite appearances, I'm no stranger to the battlefield. Indeed, I've seen my fair share, traveling the world in service to the Forum. Though I may not be the equal of Alphanode and Alizé, we shall not find ourselves wanting. I can promise you that much. Well, he can at least heal. When you have all finished your preparations, we shall reconvene at Elysidium? Sure. Elysiladium. Sure. Alright, let's fly on up there. That's the gate, right? Oh no, that's actually a little over to the side. Okay, let's head on over there. This has been a pretty interesting quest line. I mean, yeah, I like how they integrated this all into Endwalker, and because they kind of mentioned Well, they showed that cutscene with all of the blasphemies in each one of the city-states. And then that's how it ended up tying into the main story. Oh, looks like we got solar duty coming up. Let's talk to Fortunald and get started. All are present and accounted for. Where everyone be. Your progress through the battle will be saved at certain points in the event you get defeated. Okay. Please note if you enter the battle associated with another quest, log out of the game. Okay, so this is a... Okay, that's fine. Duty commence. Forlorn glory? Yes. Let's go. Ah, Nero's ready for battle, so is Robon. Everyone else looks exactly the same, though. Our objective is simple. Locate and eliminate the blasphemy, Nerva. Though the barrier guarding him is no more, a number of beasts will surely block the way at the auxiliary sector. Roar. Off to a smashing start, I see. It would seem the tower will reach its limit sooner than I anticipated. Weren't your calculations supposed to be perfect, Nero? If we're to save the transporter, we must hurry and find Nerva, now. Alright then, let's run through this. Now, of course, if you would just let me run ahead. Goes without saying, but stay on your guard. There was quite a menagerie of horrors when last I was here. Yeah, it was for me too. You know, if you just let me go, I can just tank this whole thing. So I hit almost all of them with one hit. Go ahead and slam on that one. Oh, this is pretty easy, although it's pretty darn loud. Because there's so many people attacking.
The path has been revealed. The winds favor us.
Okay, Marrow Whip, thanks. Using your pre-canned, already recorded lines. I can just barely hit everything with my AoE. Come on. Ah, yes, a boss fight. Wonder if this is easier because I have a decent item level. It would also be nice if I could, like, actually, pull aggro. There we go. Oh, we got more coming. Oh no, mechanics of Fortunald. Hearing those samurai abilities. I got samurai to level 90 recently, actually. Like yesterday. Okay, they designed it so you could go on either one of those and you'll be fine. Proportional, don't run away with the stack marker. A typical healer, right? Am I right? There we go. Oh, one more. Look fortunate actually using his AoE. Nope, there's one more here. Let's take this thing out. Oh, guess I gotta get the bombs. Oh, Bramon LB.
Enough!
Oh, he getting big. There we go. Took down that big bird good thing. Is that the last of them? Nope, one more. Or a lot more. Of course not. We can't afford to lose time for them to impede our advance any further. Commander Aldine, let us hold from them from here. Master Forchenault, take the others and go, quickly. Understood. Oh, this thing looks lovely. Oh, well, that's Nerva, I guess. Leave. Leave now. Garlemald is mine. Mine! No, it's not. Oh, let's fight. Going down, Nerva. See, no, I need to move over a little. Yep. Just some more crisscrossing. Very bright. My eyes! Oh, okay, he rescued me. Okay. I'm like, wait, you can't dispel this. And of course, it just happened to be when I used my inner release. We must take the offensive. What do you think I've been doing? Apocalypse, how nice. And I guess I don't really need to do any mechanics. Oh, they're still firing. Okay. Oh well, I'm too angry to die. Okay, they are AoE. And then we got spread. And I should probably move. Oh, okay, that's right. Okay. Well, I ended up... stop walking into it. Keep thinking it's like a laser that you don't need to pay attention. That'll move. Or, it doesn't move. I keep thinking it's an attack that you can just walk right back into. Oh well, that's it. Right? Oh no, we gotta do an ad phase. Oh, I think they're dead. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh. Hey, why are we attacking the shield? We must drive it back? That's what it says in Fortunal said. Okay, next phase? Yep, next phase. Oh, never mind, he's dead. I don't think I was supposed to get him do that much damage in the first phase. For glory, everlasting indeed. Ah, nice of you all to join us. Is it over? Has the danger passed? By a hair's breadth, perhaps, but yes, I'd say we've managed to avoid a fiery ruin. Our path to the moon is open once more. The duty of Charlian has ever been to chart the course of history, not to change it. Thus did we fervently hold to our policy of neutrality and non-intervention. In truth, it was all in service to our plans of exodus, to abandon the star to its ruinous fate. Harsh though it may sound, I still believe it was ultimately for the greater good. Thanks to you and your comrades, however, it was a fate that did not come to pass. Charlian will now find a new way forward, not merely for the preservation of knowledge, but for the betterment of this star and all who call it home. I believe I speak for all of the Forum when I say it. it would be an honor and a privilege to work towards a goal alongside the allied nations. Aye, an age of true and everlasting peace is finally within our grasp, and we will seize it together. You gotta play Flow, whatever, reprise in the background. Alright, let's talk to Nero and Daddy here. As much as I would enjoy a riveting conversation with Eorzea's champion, I really must make ready for the moon. Now, if you'll excuse me. Oh, of course, Nero. I don't want to hold you up. "'Tis a relief to know we've no longer a need for battle. Despite my experience, I must confess I am ill-suited to it. The allied nation leaders, meanwhile, demonstrated an aptitude for combat far and above what I might expect from a diplomatic figures." I have to agree with that. The only one that might be a bit lacking is like Kane Sena, but she can heal. "And you, my friend, I see now why you are so well regarded as Eorzea's champion. Well, it's about time. The others may have already finished the others have already begun the arduous journey home. But before you go, I would offer a word of thanks to the both of you. If not for your timely assistance, our plans would be forfeit, and the land of Ilsabard forever defiled by the blasphemy. Please, I've no need for your platitudes. I labor only to further my own ends. Nothing more, of course, Nero." Ah, the troublemakers. "We've heard the news. Thank you for everything. With Lord Nerva laid to rest, we've the peace of mind to move on without regret." Ah, Living Way? Oh, right, they've never seen a Loprit. "Terrible news. Now what's this I've heard about you cleaning out the Tower of Babel? Are we finally ready to return to the moon?" "Ah, what fortuitous timing. Allow me to introduce you to Livingway of the Loprits, Moon Dweller and Overseer of the survey team." "Livingway, these people will be the moon's first residents. I trust you and the other Loprits will take good care of them?" "Pleased to meet you?" "Residents? Oh no. I mean, oh yes, splendid. After many, many long years of planning and preparation, the moon is absolutely, most definitely ready to accommodate your stay. Are you okay with a bedroom that's 3 times the size and living off carrots and terrible fashion?" "Glad to hear it, and apologies for the delay. I must first confer with Lorenz and see to our final preparations. But your residence to be, and the survey team shall be along ere long. Might I trouble you to relay a word of our success to Shirobot in Radzatan? I should think the tidings are more than heartening while coming from you. Until next we meet." "Wait, you're not leaving for the moon without me." Yeah, it took him a bit. Nero, please. All this freezing rain coming down, I'm sure it feels great. But it looks like that's the end. We just gotta head back to Radzatan and talk to the person whose name I forgot. Let's head on over there. Just teleport to Radzatan. I resupplied my Aether tickets recently. Usually just go and get 100. And then just work through them. Alright, let's go to the Radiant Host. And talk to, what's her name again? Shirobot. That's right. Hey Shirobot, everything's good?
So it's true then. The blasphemy in Garlemald has been struck down. They were right to call on you, it seems. And with no other outstanding reports of blasphemy sightings, I dare say you've slain the last of them. Perhaps now we can finally start to put the final days behind us, strange though that it may sound. On behalf of my fellow delegates and the Radiant Host, I extend to you our humblest thanks. I hope when next I call on you, it will be under more fortuitous circumstances. Please don't call on me again. How did you get this number? Let's see, grab some crit. And that wraps up the Endwalker role quests. Those are pretty good. I think I like the Shadowbringers ones a bit more because we were basically learning more about the Warriors of Darkness. But they ended up being, they were still fun to do. And I actually, like, it also convinced me to level up Dancer, which I've actually been really enjoying. And to get me to do, and try and do another physical ranged DPS after Bard, because Bard really left a bad taste in my mouth. Anyway, that's going to be all for today. I need to figure out exactly what we're doing tomorrow, but there's at least 2 quests that we still need to do for 6.2 content. And we'll definitely be doing those. It just depends on how long those will actually end up being. If we still have time tomorrow, I might be able to figure out something else we can do. Actually, I'm thinking the next class I'm going to level is Gladiator/Paladin. So if we have a little bit more time on that, I might pick up the first quest for that. Now, I've heard the Gladiator quest line is absolutely, the story is absolutely terrible. So I'm looking forward to seeing just how bad it really is. Anyway, that's going to be all for today. Hope you all had a good time. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.